Welcome people, this is another, I think this is art piece number 3. If you remember rightly, the last piece was this one, which wasn't too bad. It sort of did the business, but I want to move away from copperplate for the third one. I've written another poem, so here I'm going to be doing quite a big poem. I've wrote it, and here it is. It's called Autumn. I've got to try and fit this on here. Now that's going to be a bit tough. I'm thinking about doing it in Rotunda, but I don't know yet. I might try and do, this is the idea, is I want to do it in Rotunda with the 1.5, which still is working. If I come over here, it's still working a treat. Yeah, it's still working a treat. So I'm thinking about doing like small Rotunda inside a 1 cent, because this is the 1.5, and if you're going to do 6 pen widths, it comes to 9mm, which is essentially 1 centimetre. So we're doing 1 centimetre lines. That's a fair old line, man. So I don't know if I'm going to fit it all on. But either way, that is the smallest one in the pack. I swear it is. But either way, my idea is autumn. With the colours of autumn, I'm thinking about decorating this in and getting rid of the whiteness of it, and getting stuck in with, you know, get rid of that white. So we need a scrap piece of paper before we start. Anyway, get rid of that guy. Just have a scrap bit of paper. Get a scrap piece of paper. Yeah, you'll do. What was that? Should be alright. Just put that under there to protect the butt sheet below it. I think that should do. Yeah. And I've got this coffee. I've got three teaspoons, small teaspoons in there, and then concentrated coffee. You've seen this before somewhere in one of my videos when I did the Lord of the Rings thing. Either way, I'm gonna. Where's my sponge? Oh, it's there. There's my sponge. Right. I'm going for it, people. Oh. I didn't want that there. I was like little spots, and then, oh, not like that. Not like that anyway. And then with the sponge, even with this green side should be alright, but I'll go this side. Just gently, oh, the smell of coffee, isn't it nice? Gently bring it in. Get rid of that whiteness of it. The whiteness of it all. I don't mind it having streaks from the colour of the sponge, but get rid of that bit. Yeah, not too bad. I'll have that. A little bit over here then. A little bit over there. That's it. Now I know what I'm looking at. Get it then. Right. Let's get, if you can see that on camera now. Hey. Now then, hopefully when I add I don't mind it looking a bit iffy. Just I'll get rid of that whiteness of it all. Yeah, get rid of that whiteness of it. Keep that turning. Yeah, I don't mind it looking a bit thingy, but not. Get rid of that white. Get rid of those straight bits and bring it round. I think I'll have that, people. That'll do me. A bit over there, like. That'll do. We're going to let that dry. We're going to let that dry. If I pull it up a bit, we're going to let that dry completely before we continue. It hasn't gone through to the other side, thank God. Yeah, not too bad. It's sodden though, so let's put that away. When that's dry, I get rid of that horrible whiteness of it. I'm gonna mark it up, and we're gonna get started doing Rotunda. Rotunda minuscule, dual stem for the capitals, and then we're going to try to write this poem. Yeah, not spell check it and do stuff, but this poem in there, hopefully in Rotunda. So for you, this will be dry, and we'll come back in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, people. It's now nice and dry. I've also marked it out, as you can see with the lines, and I've got my band at the top there, which will be for the title, Autumn. And I'll be doing Autumn with the 3.8mm, okay, the 3.8mm. So let's get started. The question is, does this paper take parallel ink, the ink that's in these cartridges, and does it go through the paper? I don't know, but I've got a scrap piece of paper below it, so it shouldn't go too much. There's Rotunda Minuscule, for which I'll be doing. It's a spider. That's Rotunda Minuscule. I won't be doing the Rotunda Capitals. If there is a capital to write, I'll be doing the Rotunda Dual Stem Capitals. So let's get started with this A for autumn. And I'll be using the big boy, what I call the big boy anyway, the 3.8. Okay, and we want the first stroke is the bit at the top, and we want to fit how many letters? Autumn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got to try and fit 3 letters on this side. So I'm going to put it about there. 1, 2. Okay. Let me try this, people. Oh God, here we go. Okay, I want to go there. So the first stroke is keep it at that. And do that. That's fair dues. Second stroke is keep it at that and then curve it round down to the line. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Third stroke is it comes off the point and then down, but not all the way. Okay, so down, curve, but not all the way. And then the second line comes off this and then curves around. Okay, let me try that then. So it comes off this, it follows that line over to there like that. That's not too bad. And then number 5 goes like this. Does it there? Yeah, it's about there. You curve it round into there. That's not too bad. And then you've got this another stroke which then does that. Sort of that, mate. That's not bad. That's not bad. Probably a little bit more on that line. That's not too bad. And then this needs to come a bit more that way. That's it. I'm happy there, people. I'm happy. That there's the dual stem A. Come on, book. And now we do the U, which is this one. And that starts life with a little downy thing. And then this goes down to this point that then does this move, something like that. And then it does this again. And then it does this move, yeah, all the way down nice and straight. And then it has another foot that comes down to the thingy. Okay, not too bad. I don't like that bit. Is it bleeding? I don't think it is, people. Either way, we do a lowercase t now, which I think is this. So it comes, okay, it's not, keep it at 45, come down, give it a little foot, and then you grab at this point, and you come over. Okay, it's a little whiffy, but not too bad. And then it's another U, so that means it comes like this. And then it comes down at the 45, and then it comes over, and then it does this move again. This comes down at the 45, and then it has that move. Not too bad. And then we have a capital, the lowercase m, which then does this move. I don't know if it needs to do that. Yeah, it's just all the way down straight. Okay, that's it, that'll do. And then we have this move, which is this and over. And then this comes almost, yeah, just do that then, innit? Nice and down all the way, no foot. Then we do that move again. And then we bring that down all the way, but then not to the line, and we give it a little foot. Hey! Nice. Nice. And then we have a lowercase n, which is that move down to, is that got, yeah, it's always all the way down to the bottom. Then we do that move again. Then that comes all the way down to the bottom. And then we give it a little foot. They are autumn. Damn. It's a little big, but I knew I was going to. There's the centre line. Where's it gone? There, and that those three. They're not too. It's not too bad. Autumn. I can then dress it up and do stuff. But has it taken the ink? Has it gone through the other side? Look at that, people. It's not gone through the other side, so it can take that sort of ink. And is it bleeding? There's a slight little bit of bleeding on this A, a little bit on that U, but it's hardly noticeable. But there it is, people. And now we have to go into these lines. If I zoom them in, can you see them on camera? I don't know if you can. Either way, I'm putting a rotunda A dual stem over here with now the 1.5. Have a look. Yeah, the 1.5. So let's just check it's still working, please. Yes, it is. So we know what the first move is. The first move, can you see? Yeah. So I'll do the first letter so you can see it. That comes over. Then you drag that down. That's good. This comes over and down. This line comes over and down. This line comes over, and then you've got that move. Yeah, that'll do, people. There's the first letter of the poem. And then if I do the first word, which is W, the lowercase w is that one we just done. So it'll be a W. Where's W? Ah, there. And then that has a little thing going over. And then it has another one that then goes all the way down to the bottom. Okay. That then has a little foot bill. And then this guy comes around to meet the foot. Okay, and then we want a lowercase a. Lowercase a. So of course one stroke is going to be this guy. Then two stroke. Then over. And I hope I can do it with this one. That goes below the knuckle. That's not bad. And then this guy goes hey, I'm liking it, people. Then the lowercase l, which is basically straight down with then a foot. And then we have a lowercase k. Where's K? H-I-J-K. Okay. So K comes down hard. It doesn't have anything. It then does this move. Yeah. And then this move does this move. And that's the lowercase k. That's a walk. Yeah. So I'm going to carry on adding the poem in Rotunda with the 1.5. When you come back, that will be done, and we'll move on to some decoration if I can fit it all on. I wanted to test myself and push myself to the limits with the parallel, and also test the paper and do stuff. Hopefully this turns out the way that I wanted it to. So I'll see you guys in 3, 2, 1. Well, welcome back, people. This is the finished product. I like it. We're going to get into my thoughts of what it was like to use parallel pens and the ink from this on this paper and the paper itself. But let me show you the finished piece. I think it's not bad. It's impressive. It's got slight mistakes, smudges, but it's not bad. Here you go, people. it was a hard task. This was the hardest task I've ever had to try and achieve, because one, I'm looking at the Calligrapher's Bible to make sure I'm writing the letter right. I'm also looking at my poem book, which is this thing, which I wrote the poem, and I got it all on, only just, as you can see. Okay, one line to spare. I did this decoration at the top and decoration at the bottom to match it. I didn't know what else to do. I sort of said, yeah, that looks okay, and then I smudged it, but it's not bad. So I'll read you the poem first, and then again, if I just zoom in on the sections, you can see that it's bleeding. So these parallel pens do not, the ink from these parallel pens does not go on this paper very nice. Does it shine through to the side? I don't think it does, people. You can see that, not really, but I'm not going to be doing any artwork on the other side. It is what it is, and I'm happy with the overall effect. I could put some more in there, but there's that much black ink there. If I added watercolours and things like that, it would just go. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just sticking it to that. And of course, I put my bloody finger over that, trying to do these little effigies which for the actual. It looks like bunting, and that's what I was trying to get to, like an autumn feel, because bunting comes out mainly during autumn, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Autumn festivals and that, and that's what I was trying to achieve with this flower. Do you know what I mean? Effect. Either way, people, my poem Autumn, here we go. So autumn, a walk amongst the forest, the smell of moss and rotting wood, mushrooms popping out the dew on leaves, flowers clinging onto every drop of sunshine with a smile and a twinkle drop of rain. The wind is strong, causing havoc amongst the branches. Leaves fall so lightly. The tree is bare for all to see. Another wind picks up and clouds gather over the forest. Snowflakes fall sideways. Winter has come and all is done for another year. And that's my poem called Autumn. Hopefully, people, you've enjoyed the poem and my attempt at writing rotunda in a block text. I learnt a lot by doing this. I think it should have a little bit more of a gap between each one. I couldn't leave too much of a gap because I didn't have much space. So I think either one, I should write shorter poems, shorter poems, if you want to call them poems, but I call them, but if I call it a poem, then it is one, isn't it? There we are. So I've learned quite a lot by doing it in these parallel pens. I won't be using these again. My next finished poem, I want to use this, the fine nib, to see if this ink goes on this paper. So that's a tester. So I've got to write a new poem. I might, where's that other one? I used it on here. Remember this poem? I quite like this paper. And I'm wondering, is it going to act the same way as this? I've got to read. I've done also I've done all the trees, and I've done 2 lots of all the trees. But this one's in copper plate. Don't forget, actual copper plate with an actual nib. And then this all the trees was done with that pen here. So my next poem, I'm going to write a brand new poem and then do it with this pen. So hopefully, people, you've enjoyed this, and if you have and you like this rotunda look, hit me a like, and that gives me inspiration and drive to keep continue, and the next design will be here. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.